The United States just completely ran over Panama in Orlando, Florida, and we're pretty much in the World Cup. Well, honestly, we're already there. Hi, if you're new here, I'm Filippo, and welcome to Tactical Manager TV, and welcome to another episode of 7 Things We Learned, an episode we always do the following day from a U.S. men's national team match where I tell you the 7 things I learned from that match, and you go in the comment section down below and you tell me what you learned. Now, I apologize if I lost a little bit of my voice, if I'm tired. I was at the game, and I'm recording this as I got home pretty damn late. And I'll be less analytical also, and I'm going to talk more about things I observed, I saw, and thoughts I had at the stadium. So certain things that you can only see at the game, I'll probably be mentioning throughout this video. And I'll be less analytical because I wasn't able to rewatch or watch any highlights. I'm just straight up recording it. I'm essentially making it a freestyle. With that said, everyone, I'd like to thank every single fan I met in this game. It was absolutely fantastic, absolutely crazy, and I love all of you from the bottom of my heart. And I'm also speaking on behalf of Dustin every time I say this, okay? I'm speaking on my behalf and his. Obviously, I was the one there, but I'm speaking for both. Also, a big thank you to American Outlaws from Panama City for giving me this scarf on the way out. It was a wonderful gesture from them as well. And also, a special thank you to 3 little fans that found me at the stadium. And yeah, these 3 little fans kicked off my presidential run. I have not yet announced when I'll start it, but I already got 3 votes. And honestly, a big thank you to them. They made my night. And they will be in the vlog that's going to come out either later today or tomorrow morning on Tuesday. Either today on Monday or tomorrow on Tuesday morning. So with that said, everyone, don't forget to smash the like button before we start the 7 things we learned. Sorry that I talked so much in the intro in this one, but I had a lot to say. And the vlog is going to be awesome. It's going to be the best vlog ever. You guys are going to love it very much. Probably the best vlog you've ever seen on YouTube. Yeah, I'm getting very cocky. I'm joking. With that said, everyone, let's play the intro and let's get it started. Okay, before I start lesson number 1, let me make one thing clear. The United States is not mathematically qualified to Qatar. If Costa Rica beats us next game at Costa Rica 6-0 or more, we drop to 4th place and we have to play the Interconfederate playoffs. But look, I'm just going to say it. We're qualified. We're not going to lose 6-0. And if that does happen, feel free to clip this video and make me a meme online. We're going to qualify. So let's go to lesson number 1. Lesson number 1 is Tyler Adams is the actual leader of this team. And that's something I saw from being at the stadium. So essentially what I'm saying is every single play, every time there was a mistake, every time you had to pick up a player, it was Tyler. You can just feel it when you're watching it at the stadium. Tyler is the leader of this group, which honestly, it comes down to add even more importance to Tyler Adams. That's what it is. Because you already see the good defensive work he does. And he was shaky at times this game, but he did have a good performance as well. Didn't get a yellow card, so he can play the next match. But when it comes to the leadership, that's something we very often don't see sometimes when we're watching at TV. And obviously, if we're not in the locker room, we don't know as well. Obviously, the players and Greg, they have a better feeling for that. But I could see it in the field. Tyler Adams is a straight-up leader in the field. And that just adds more value to him as a player. Lesson number 2, it might sound silly, but hear me out. Greg Berhalter actually does more bounce passes than you see on TV. And trust me on this one, because I tried to observe this as much as I could while still watching the match. But just the first half, and I might have missed a few, I was able to count myself 4 bounce passes. And then the first half ended and I just stopped counting at this point because it just got ridiculous. It's kind of crazy, sometimes intriguing, and sometimes funny. I just wish one reporter would just go straight up to Greg and ask him, why? Just why do you do bounce passes and behind the back bounce pass and no look bounce passes? No, like seriously, jokes aside, just why does he do that? Lesson number 3 is Luca de la Torre can ball. Now, look, I only watched the game once, and it was at the stadium. I didn't have any highlights that I've watched. I haven't rewatched the match like I normally do before this video. But from what I was seeing in the stadium, and you can correct me if I was wrong, he was fantastic on defense, perfect positioning tactically on the 4-3-3, playing as an 8, drifting wide when needed, drifting middle when needed, aggressive. His dribbling ability to progress the ball forward in tight spaces is absolutely outstanding. A player that should have played many more minutes throughout World Cup qualifying, in my opinion. And if all continues, I don't see why he's not a roster lock for Qatar, in my opinion. He can also be lethal in transitions. We saw it in this game. We've seen it in the past as well in Heracles, which means he can be an essential player when we're playing against a team that is superior to us, right? If we're playing in France, for example, and you have to play defense and transition, Luca de la Torre can be that guy. So I'm very happy with how he's been playing, how he plays. I'm just unhappy he didn't get more minutes for our World Cup qualifying. But this is a video to be more positive, so I'm not going to be bashing Greg with that. And plus, Greg grew up to it and slowly started to play Luca, so let's just get over that. Lesson number 4 is more of a sad or upset or a negative lesson, essentially. And it's just saying that Jordan Morris just isn't the same player as before. Clearly, he has lost his explosiveness. He looks heavy, and he's been back from injury for almost 6 months now. So I think it's time for a lot of the Usmnt fans, maybe even the Sounders fans, but US soccer fans in general, just to accept the fact that Jordan Morris is likely not going to be that explosive player that he was in the past. Therefore, his utility of being a good player in transition goes down the drain. And the technical ability, we see that it's not there. The touch is heavy. The finishing is not that great. It's more of the explosiveness and the pace he used to have, and it clearly isn't there anymore. So it begs a question. Should Morris be still with the U.S. men's national team? Can he still be useful in those situations? Which, in my opinion, the answer to that is no, unfortunately. Okay, I was a big fan of Jordan Morris, but it doesn't look like he will be much of use with the current situation post-injury. Now, let's hear a quick word from our sponsor, NordVPN, and we'll move on to the video. And while you're at it, don't forget to smash the like button or dislike button if you don't like me. Either one is fine. Tired of having big tech collecting all your data and spy on you? Well, our sponsor might have the solution to that. NordVPN is the world's best VPN service, offering fast connectivity, most servers, and next-generation encryption to make sure that everything you do online stays secure. Plus, you can use NordVPN on all your computer and devices, no matter the operating system. With NordVPN's unlimited bandwidth, you never have to worry about a slow connection either. And plans start at under $4 per month. So grab your exclusive NordVPN deal right now by going to nordvpn.com/Bleav. That is Bleav as in BLEAV. Use the code for 70% off on your NordVPN plan, plus an additional free month. It's also risk-free with NordVPN's 30-day money-back guarantee. So again, thank you NordVPN for sponsoring the channel. Lesson number 5 is Jedi Robinson may have the Force, but he forgot the technical ability somewhere else. And look, understand what I'm saying here. Anthony Robinson is a fantastic player. He's our best left back, and he does rely too much on his athleticism, in my opinion. I saw throughout the match several times, and watching it up close, especially in the first half, because he was right by the side that I was in the field. The first touch wasn't there. The crossing wasn't there. And honestly, it kind of matches what you see on TV a lot. He can rely on the athleticism, but the technique isn't there. And also, even Pulisic put a nice through ball to him. He took the wrong touch. It's just something that has to be said about Jedi. Still our best left back, though. I'll give you that. And he is a very good left back. Got to make that clear. Lesson number 6 is better lineup, different score. Right? And what I'm talking about here is the first Panama game and the second Panama game. And I know, there's the home factor, away factor, but there's a big difference between losing 1-0 and winning 5-1, which, to be fair, it was 5-1, but it did feel like it could have been a lot more. Okay, so there's a big difference here. Let's talk about that. So maybe back in the first away game, if Greg hadn't played Lletget and Acosta as a dual 8s, maybe Luca de la Torre instead of Lletget, no Zardes, maybe Ricardo Pepi, Ferreira, or Pifak, or even DK that was playing well for Orlando at the time, maybe not played Areola. I mean, what I'm trying to say here is there were better options to rotate, and we could have had a better lineup. And that draw, if we got a draw with Panama away, which definitely it was possible with the players I mentioned, we would have now been mathematically qualified to Qatar. Even though, like I said, we're qualified, but mathematically would have been qualified by now. And maybe even fight for the first spot with Canada. Yeah, so better lineup, better results. It's just straight up obvious at this point. Lesson number 7 is pretty straightforward. Also because I ran out of things to think because I've been awake for so long and I'm tired. And so I'm just going to do this for lesson number 7. Lesson number 7 is Cuva, or the 2017 World Cup cycle, is left behind us. We have qualified to the 2022 World Cup. And don't bring the comments of you're going to jinx it, we're going to lose 6-0 to Costa Rica. That's not going to happen. We've qualified. We're going to go to Qatar. We're back to the World Cup. Enjoy. This is a new era of U.S. soccer, a new era of the U.S. men's national team with lots of talents. Giovanni Reyna's coming back. Soon we're going to have Weston. Hopefully we have everyone healthy for Qatar, and maybe we can make a run to the round of 16 quarterfinals. Who knows? World Cup is a lot about form and momentum and ability as well, and technique. With that said, everyone, that's lesson number 7. We are back in the World Cup. Enjoy. Be happy. There's a lot to complain about still, but right now, celebrate. Be happy. And then we're going to get the confirmation on Wednesday when we play Costa Rica. And who knows? Maybe we'll get the first victory away against Costa Rica in World Cup qualifying. All right, everyone, that does it for this 7 Things We Learned episode. I want to thank you all very much for staying here with me. I know I'm exhausted, but I was able to finish this episode, and Dustin will be uploading it very soon. Or it's already uploaded because you're already watching it at this point. So don't forget to smash that like button to support the channel while you're at it. Expect the vlog of the game to be out either later today, this Monday, or it's out on Tuesday morning. All right, probably on Monday. I want to thank you all very much for watching, and have a great day.